the world rewards the doers.
What got you into branding?
So my story starts back in campus. So I realized maybe I needed like a million. So as you can imagine, at 22, 23, people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
You've been a you've been a CEO like twice, being a lady and trying to like run your own enterprises.
Yeah.
A lot of the time when people see you like doing very great things, they usually think that there has to be kuna mtu nyuma yake, like there has to be someone in the picture.
So how do you manage to balance all of those things?
Actually, I struggle with anxiety so much.
Welcome fam, welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Real 20-somethings podcast. This is one episode of a special edition of a series we are calling Her Hustle, Our Story. Yes, you heard that right. Her Hustle, Our Story. And my name is Shom, and as always, I'm joined by my dark co-host. Yes.
Shots fired. But ni sawa.
Yeah.
Today we are diving into a very interesting conversation. Now, without wasting any time, today we are joined by a very lovely, fantastic guest. She does so many things. She's the engine that transforms companies from here to this level up here. I'll let her give a sneak peek of herself and what she does, and then we dive into it. Yes, Daisy, karibu.
Asante. First of all, it's interesting how when I ask you to introduce yourself, you're very humble, but introducing other people, thank you for that. My name is Daisy Keter. I'm a communications and PR professional, also the founder of an agency known as Brand with DK. Over at Brand with DK, we build personal brands and we also build business brands, but business brands where the founders are the faces of the company. So what this in simple language is we just help you articulate your brilliance out to the world to help you position yourself in a way that you are able to attract opportunities to yourself, be it business opportunities, be it employment opportunities, be it speaking engagements, whatever it is you're looking for, your personal brand is what will get you from level 1 to the next. Yes. So I'm also a podcaster. My podcast is called Growing Out Loud. Growing Out Loud is a podcast where we have all conversations regarding growth in all aspects. Mostly careers and business growth are the kinds of conversations we have. Personal development as well, because I tend to gravitate towards such conversations. Yeah. So before Growing Out Loud, I used to have a podcast called Life Through Gen Z Lenses.
Life through Gen Z lenses.
Yes, back when I was 23
when you were still
at
young.
the time.
But you're still young.
Or 22. Hey! But I stopped producing Life Through Gen Z Lenses. Started another one briefly. Wait, so Life Through Gen Z Lenses wait for like 27 episodes. It's still up like
27
on Spotify.
episodes.
Yeah. It's up on Spotify and other
Audio and
audio
video?
platforms. No. It was audio.
It's
and
on
it was a
YouTube.
solo podcast. No. Audio platforms.
Spotify only.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Solo
Google
podcast.
Podcasts, You search it online, you'll find it. And then I started another one called Personal Brand. So that one I stopped doing it because I got depressed.
No, okay.
And then I stopped.
You're not feeling it.
I was, Then when I came back, I did one called Personal Branding Uncomplicated. I did 2 episodes or 3. And then I realized I don't want to exclusively talk about personal branding. Then I got to know about this space and I was like, yes.
Perfect.
Now Growing Out Loud, I think we're 10 episodes in. Yay!
Amazing.
Yes.
You know, those are the kind of introductions. You start wondering, hey, what am I doing with my life? Anyway, she's such an amazing person. And I'd like to know what got you into branding. Have you always been into branding? How did you get into branding? Has it always been your thing?
Why branding?
Why branding?
Yeah. Okay.
I've also learned that although kitambo mimi nilikuwa nadhani branding is only done for companies, I'm learning that you yourself
branding.
ati mimi kama mimi am a brand.
Yes, when you brand by yourself.
So tell us about that.
So my story starts back in campus. I was saying before I started recording, I went to JKUAT. I pursued corporate communications and management, which is basically PR, right? When I finished school, I went back home to Nakuru to start a laundry and cleaning business because I've always known. I think I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I went back home, started a laundry and cleaning business with the resources I had, which was basically my mother's washing machine. So I went and advertised kwa neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then I had flyers. Then I started getting clients. My boda guy goes, picks the clothes from them, ananiletea, natumia washing machine ya mam, nafua, narudisha. It was business. It was picking. Literally pick. To the point I'm like, you see, a domestic machine can only do so much.
Yeah.
So I realized I need to scale and I need to get a commercial machine. But you see, the thing is, a commercial machine is upwards of 500,000. And that's just a washer. And I needed a washer and a dryer. So I realized maybe I needed like $1 million.
$1 million.
So as you can imagine, at 22, 23, first of all, my parents could not believe that they took me to school only for me to come back and be a mama fua. Because my mom used to tell me, yani umeamua tu unatembea na Nigerian bag, because I used to use the Nigerian bags to carry
collect,
people's laundry. Umeamua hiyo ndo kazi yako. So you could imagine that telling them to invest in your business. It's like, no. So she told me, you go get a job. Then that job, you can get a loan against the, now you
the salary,
yes, against the salary. Then now that will allow you to take a loan to service your business, right? In hand, and I actually thought it really made sense. So it's like, fine. And I got an opportunity to intern in one of the government institutions. So I used to work with like the top government officials, right? So I came interned with the hope of getting a permanent and pensionable job. Did that happen? No. But while at it, I realized that we could do a better job of communicating what these guys are doing. See, the thing is, in these government institutions, I know a lot of things are not going right. But you'd notice that with the executive, to mean like the PSs and the guys in these departments are actually doing
a lot
of work. But they don't communicate it well. All you'll see is on Facebook, today the PS was invited by the committee on June and Parliament,
then they take
and
pictures.
This is what they do. Yes, that's it. The Wanjiko kwa ground may not really understand what these guys are trying to do. So for me, I was like, we can do a better job. And honestly, no, I don't mean any ill. I have no ill motives, but also the guys who are doing the comms in these institutions are older. They don't know how to connect with like the younger generation and actually speak to mama.
Mama fua.
Mama fua, na tuaboda, you know? So I felt like maybe we could do a better job, or at least they give me a chance to tell the stories better. Did they give me a chance?
Did they?
No, they did not.
You wish.
So I decided, and my internship came to an end, and I was like, they're not the only ones who need to tell their stories better. Guys in private sector can tell their stories as well, right? So I was like, okay, let me actually see if I can get clients for me to tell their stories as well, guys in private sector. So what's the best way to do this? It's to go on LinkedIn and try to find these clients. So I set up a LinkedIn profile. I started telling people, this is how you tell your story. One client led to another, and I think almost 2 years in, here we are. That's the story.
Amazing. And for those who don't know, akitaja LinkedIn, msidhani ni LinkedIn kama ya Gustavo yenye iko na 20 connections. Yes. She has thousands and thousands upon thousands of connections, which I really admire. So we're also learning that she's also a very ruthless entrepreneur. From starting a mama fua business.
But then what happened to the laundry business?
Yes, did you get that loan?
What happened? My mom lied to me. In hindsight, she was lying to me. She was like, because the only reason why I said yes to the internship opportunity was because she told me we'll handle things on your behalf. So I even brought on an employee.
Okay.
But you see, when you're in Nairobi, because I was in Nairobi and my home is Nakuru, and that's where the business was, quality control is difficult, right? So within 6 months of me coming to Nairobi, I actually had to just close it down. So up until date, and you see, I had already expanded. I literally had moved from just doing laundry. I had bought a commercial vacuum cleaner to me, because my clients would ask me, can you clean my carpet as well and my couches? So it's like, I had already bought that machine. Like, it's sitting at home right now in my bedroom. I just look at it like, maybe someday we'll get back to
You were in business.
Yeah, I was in business. Honestly, I was in business. If only wangeni support or lie.
And it was running without you.
Not really. Because you see, when
you came back to Nairobi, it was running without you.
It was till it stopped. So I'll maybe go back to it. I'll go back to it someday when I now maybe have some muscle, financial muscle to get a loan. Because you see, and even at 23, you think you can walk into a bank and they give you a loan for business in this
can never
Kenya.
Where?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, but that's very interesting. You know, I've picked up two very unique things from whatever you've said until this far. The first one is that you've always been someone who has been like really ambitious and aggressive
Yeah.
at going after the bag. I mean, you're fresh from campus, uko tu hivi, uko like, what can I do? Naeza anza kuingiza chumsa aje. And then you realize around the neighborhood, actually, there's a gap up and running. Yeah, that I can actually step into na nifanye from just the resources zenye ziko available at home.
Yeah.
We have a washing machine, so I can do this and this. That is very commendable. The other thing is about the personal branding that you talked about. Because the best way for actually people, even companies, to be able to create that good visibility, which ultimately creates the good customer loyalty. You just have to know how to package yourself vizuri sana, sindio? But a lot of us usually miss your part, kizungu jamani, especially when it comes to like building yourself, like your own image as now the brand of the business. Yeah.
And you know, we say these days people do business, even for me in my own experience, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. Right? I'm sat here because I know Gasho. Right? Otherwise you can't just out of nowhere come and ask me
Come a popcorn.
So to make it easier for people to know, like, and trust you so that they can buy into your business is by how you constantly share the story of what you're trying to do. And you see, the thing, it's all about relatability. Like, people will follow you because they can see aspects of themselves in you. So if you come and say, guys, we had this vision to start a podcast. It started from a random conversation with our friends about ABCD. And now we are sat here. Someone else who also has wanted to start a podcast will be like, geez, sort of mini naeza. Kama kina Gasho Malenza mbona mimi. You see, that relatability aspect is what people now trust. They trust you with that. And now eventually you'll want to do business with you.
True.
Yeah.
Amazing. So basically the way to package yourself is to sell your story.
Literally. And your story is, first of all, let me just define personal branding. Personal branding is a mix of who you are, to mean your personality, your experiences, and your expertise, what you do. Those two are what makes up your personal brand, right? So for you, for example, given that you are engineers in training, that's your professional, that's your expertise. But there's also your story. Why engineering? Why the school that you're in? Why podcasting? And if you are, for example, a people person, what is that like? You know, you're like, ensure you bring in your personality and you bring in your expertise. You package these two.
Atari.
Kushiki.
You start printing money.
I think I made a very grave mistake for not coming with a notebook today.
Yes. This is the kind of
I was
quality,
not ready for this.
Yeah, this is the kind of quality talk that you don't get
this
anywhere.
every day, bro.
You don't get this every day.
Well, subscribe, just.
Manze your story.
Na mwangalie podcast yake. We'll actually put a link to her podcast in our description. Yeah, you can also check it out.
And also all her profiles. I'm sure most of you know her. Yeah, or I've heard of her name. Pale LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll put all of those down below. So anyway, back to what we were talking about.
There's a big question I have in my head.
Okay.
First of all, you've been a CEO like twice.
Yeah.
Mara mbili. Probably
Sasa CEO wa kampuni na one employee.
You're still a CEO. Like, you're the face of the show. You're running the show.
You're the
Perfectly. Yeah. So like, I want to ask a question that usually like a lot of ladies usually struggle with. First of all, you see, like being a lady and trying to like run your own enterprises, nini. A lot of the time when people see you like doing very great things, they usually think that there has to be kuna mtu nyuma yake, like there has to be someone in the picture, blah 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 blah. And also like when you try to maybe like closing deals ama to knock on some doors, people might try to take advantage of you
Oh, yeah.
based on the fact that probably you look good, probably, yeah, stuff like that. So I'm just wondering, how have you been able to like handle all these different things so far up to now? Yeah.
And those stereotypes.
Oh, and the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Okay. For the first question or the first point, I think for me, first of all, I grew up in a household of women, and I saw my mom going for things and actually achieving them. So I
Who
get
run
a
the
lot of
world?
the
Yeah.
zeal that I have from her. And I also went to like all girls schools
From primary.
since I was in, I think, class 4 up until form 4,
What?
right? So for me, this whole women can't do, I actually don't even know how else to do things, because I've seen women around me get stuff done, right?
yeah.
So for me, that was not even a, plus I don't think, because of my story,
Yeah.
and you see, again, it goes back to telling your story authentically, right? So even when you hear about my story, you can see that I'm a self-starter. To mean that hakuna mtu, like, for
All
you to
along,
think,
all along,
it's
yeah.
unlikely that someone will think there's someone behind it,
Of
right?
of
Based
course,
on how you tell your story.
Yeah.
Because if you package your story and just look self-made and just look like, hey guys, I made it,
Ni Mungu.
and ni Mungu too,
They're like,
guys will
yeah,
be
no.
like, yeah, right, you know?
Say that, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's important to actually tell your story authentically.
Yeah.
There's the thing of dealing with maybe men who'd want something
Predators.
extra.
Yeah.
Nairobi.
Fungua roho.
Kwanza unajua uwezi, now maybe a tip to the girls who are trying to start things of their own.
Yeah.
Aki, you can't be naive and ignorant, to be honest. And unajua saa zingine, give my example again. I went to an all-girls school. Like, I think I only started interacting with... Na mamangu alikuwa mkali, by the way. Hata alikuwa high
Strict
school,
parents.
alikuwa sijui na boyfriends, nini. I think I only genuinely started interacting with men in campus.
What?
And I went to campus and fell in love with one boy, and I dated that one guy from first
First
year
year.
up until the end.
Yo.
Up until now.
Well,
Rora
up
shule
until
nakuja
some point
lini?
somewhere. Yes. But the point is, you see, my interaction with men was very minimal. To mean that I was a bit naive, even when I was doing my internship and starting, I think hapo kwa internship yangu nilifunguka macho
Kwanza
vizuri.
kuona. This is not normal.
Because you see, men, for example, be like, oh, so this is what you do, let's have a consultation. And then this consultation happens to be a consultation over drinks in the evening.
In a private place.
Why are we having a consultation over drinks in the evening? You see, if it's a client that you've already done business with, that would make sense. But initially me, I didn't know, but I was just very...
You used to accept all of them.
I was just very
like,
naive.
okay,
I'm like, okay.
Let's go for that
Let's do it, let's do
consultation.
it.
But mbona tunafatana ati wine and bottle for a consult? Really? No, you know? So over time, though, when you constantly put yourself in these situations, no, not the situations for drinks, but you constantly try to build your brand and your business, then you're able to decipher. Over time, you know, even from how they're starting their conversation, if they're not very straightforward, if they're not very, professional, you can tell. So immediately you start seeing red. Nasi lazima taikwe red. Ataka ni pink. Kama zina show up as pink flags.
Murife.
Just leave it alone. It's not worth it. You'll get, the thing is, you'll get your people. You'll get people who actually, I work with men who are actually very professional and
Respect you as a
respect
person.
what I do and respect my work. And there are others who, once they start the conversation like this, uko like, wewe, I'm sorry, but I'm not a good fit. Yeah, but usikwe naive. Takusaidia.
Good nuggets for the ladies out there.
Yeah.
You can also apply them.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that's actually some very powerful stuff. Kwa sababu a lot of ladies, they usually realize when it's one already too late.
Yeah.
And then also now trying to come out and speak about these things, saa zingine, people attach a kind of shame to it.
Yeah.
Na wanasema, first of all, like, wewe uko na akili timamu, so like, ni kama you consented to these things.
And the thing is, sometimes, honestly, it's like the business environment is not very good right now. Like nikubaya, So if at the end of the day you need to pay bills and stuff, you might actually say, okay, fine, let's just have those drinks and hear what he'll have to say. Hapo sasa ndo wewe unaanza kuband from the beginning, So ndio usiband, weka tu, kata tu, you imagine you'll get your clients, honestly. So just sometimes it's difficult because you can see already they want to put money on the table and stuff, but you can already tell it has strings attached. It's not worth it. That's what I'd tell you for sure. For someone who's walked and is on the other side, it's not just wachana na you'll get your people. Just put more effort into marketing your business. Yeah.
Amazing. And I think you already defined that as a challenge for you. It has been a challenge for you throughout your journey, from entrepreneurship to now branding that you do right now. Are there any other challenges that you faced kama hizo in your journey? Ama ni gani imekuwa the most tough challenge? Ile challenge ulisikizia ukasema yes, ilikuwa imetumwa.
Maybe this is not for me,
maybe
guys.
this one is not for
Ama
me.
niwache.
Maybe I was not meant for this. Yeah.
I think for me it has to be aside, okay, no, actually even the main thing was never really that big of a challenge. I think for me challenge imekuwa tu nimejua challenge nimekumbuka vizuri. You see, personal branding is not a field or an industry that it's sort of emerging. It's an emerging field, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know many people. I didn't even when I was starting, I didn't know guys who are doing personal branding. Now wame succeed wako pale mbele. It's easy to follow a blueprint if you've seen someone who's already done what you're trying to do, and then now you sort of try to walk in their footsteps. But in my case, even guys who've done personal branding, they just add it as a
casual thing,
something extra.
And something extra to
they
offer.
do it as a side gig.
Yes. So I didn't even know what my next steps were. And then you see, for me, I call myself a first generation entrepreneur. To me, I've not seen anyone in my family do business. So that again, like, I'm supposed to go get clients, convince these clients that what I'm trying to do, what I'm offering them is actually value, get them to pay, come back and actually deliver on what you said you would do, and get them to pay at every month, and then go on and continue the cycle. And you see, personal branding is so, it's different. Like how I build your personal brand is not the same way I'll build Gustavo's personal brand. You see, so even the results and the outcomes are different. So you can't even tell them nitakupatia chenye nilifanyia ule hivi. You see, so the fact that there was no clear roadmap was a bit of a challenge for me starting out. But over time, you start to I think things start falling into place. I'm still figuring it out, but that must have been my biggest challenge. The second one is, of course, business shifting. Like client anakuja leo alafu kesho anakuambia, you see,
kidogo.
to pause, you see. And you see, my service is not, it's not a basic need. You see, to me, it's something that unaweza ambiwa pause to.
You can live without.
You can live without it, technically. So getting consistent income, at least for when I crossed my 1 year in business, I was like, God,
Yeah, money.
hey, nimetoka mbali. Yeah, so those two.
And so that means I'm assuming with how your journey has been, it has gotten to a place where you may feel overwhelmed, you felt tired in it, sindio?
All that. I'm tired now.
You wake up tired every
You
day.
wake up tired, you go to bed tired. Yes. Sorry. Go on.
So what do you do for self-care? And also on top of that, to add to that, because you do a lot of things, you do branding, what else do you do? You have a podcast. You do a lot of things basically, and you're still a human being.
Yeah.
So how do you manage to balance all of those things and ensure that how you're not burning out?
Burnout, yeah.
Yeah, to avoid burnout.
Sidhani nimefika place yenye successfully na avoid burnout. Successfully. Though before I even say what I do, actually I struggle with anxiety so much. I used to struggle with it quite a bit up until sometime this year when I got a chance to speak to a
Therapist.
It's called therapist / deep transformational coach.
Big words.
I know.
Hiyo part ya
Hata
mwisho
nilikuwa-
umenipoteza.
Even me, I walked in.
Transformational coach.
Yeah, they're called deep transformational coach.
Okay.
What is that?
Hebu kwanza
Guys,
You-
we'll be
mimi-
diverting kidogo lakini
What is
inaniuma.
that?
I don't know what that person does.
Mimi nilishuka gari after the first one.
let me tell you guys, after I walked into her room, let me actually give context of how I even found myself seated in having a session with this lady who's a deep transformational coach. So I attended this What Women Want event back in March. And I attended it, and I think mystery, God or the universe, I don't know. I happened to ask a question because, like I said, I struggle with anxiety. So I raised my question and asked, is there a way that I'm able to emotionally regulate myself? Because I found that in business, you see a lot of things happen, right? So maybe you get one big win. For example, this one big client.
Yeah.
You're so excited. Me sometimes I get so excited I should not focus. Or for a minute, my excitement is not helping me focus on what I'm supposed to do. And then sometimes I'm so overwhelmed. I write my to-do. I wake up in the morning, I write my to-do lists.
Yeah.
1 hadi 10. I look at it and I know they're all urgent tasks that need to be done. But somehow I can't bring myself to do any of it. Then naenda naingia kwa kitanda na lala. Na silali. Just sasa, my mind is not able to shut down.
Yeah.
Because now I start feeling anxious.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm anxious about the work that I'm supposed to do. Yet I can't bring myself to do the actual work. I don't know if you guys understand. Like it's
I
such
totally relate.
hadi unajiuliza ni nini, si ufanye kazi ama uwache, like why can't you, like si uchague moja. So this thing, I felt like I needed help genuinely because my anxiety was so bad. I used to get like ulcers and like vomit. Sometimes I had to get like injections.
Damn,
Yeah, it was that
serious.
bad.
That was serious. That was serious.
Ambition, there's a high price to
So
pay.
the deep transformational
Yes.
coach
Coach.
helped
Yes.
you.
So when I asked that question, I actually won a ticket worth 50,000 to go to her sessions. So this deep transformational coach helped me regulate. I was able to regulate my emotions. These days, things don't faze me anymore. I get a big client, Karib.
Go like so.
Akienda, okay, no, msiende. But if something bad happens, I'm also just like, it's okay, we'll get others. So what they taught me, this apparently deep transformational coaching is, they help you like find yourself. I don't know how to say that better, but unearth what is it that makes you struggle with anxiety. In my case, what was it that actually makes me struggle with anxiety? And as it turns out, it was, I had feelings of, I think I felt unworthy.
Self-sabotage.
But yes, exactly. So you are the one self-sabotaging yourself. And even when you get these big wins, you don't feel like you deserve them. You see? So anyway, you go dive deep into what your problem is, and then you find solutions to that. That's what that was like. Hey, what was the point?
What was the point?
What was the
I
question?
got lost at deep transformational coach.
Self-care.
Yeah, self-care.
So self-care. So now having gone through that, to be honest, these days I've come to realize, imagine just rest.
Relax to
It's
Nah.
that simple.
Ukisema una rest, don't beat yourself up about the fact that you are rest is, you need rest. Even if we're young people and we're energetic and all that, you need rest so that you can come back with a clear mind. So these days I rest guilt-free most of the time. I've not been 100% successful, but not try.
Yeah,
That's how I do it.
Some people usually like start resting a bit, and then your subconscious thought starts telling you like,
Exactly.
you're being
I
lazy.
need money. You're being lazy. Wake up.
You're being lazy.
Look at your mates. They
Look
are
at
doing
what
very
your
big
fellow
things.
is, what
Compare
you're
yourself.
doing.
No, 20-year-old on TikTok.
Oof.
Anaitwa nani ile wa kuamka asubuhi, you see, 20-year-old.
yeah,
I saw that
nimeona.
guy, man, and that guy's giving us pressure.
Mpaka unakuja uko like,
Ana deep masjid,
Na
so
meza
like, kwa
yake
nini?
akipanda juu na chini.
Kisha is there being all serious, making these important calls kwa simu.
Umelala.
Umelala.
At this time, you're sleepy.
And he's 20 years old.
Yeah, so imagine just rest. Rest too, ni sawa. It's allowed. You need it.
And so I think as we come to a close, I'd like to, ask you the final question about branding.
Yes.
Because, branding is very important for us.
Yes.
So what's one major misconception ama myth that people have about branding apart from ile yenye tulikuwa tumesema ya branding ni ya kampuni peke yake
Ya Coca-Cola.
ni ya Coca-Cola.
One, actually the major one that stops a lot of people, actually maybe two things. One is you feel like you don't have a story to tell and you don't have anything to share with the world. I can guarantee you, even as a student, you have a story to share. You have experiences, you have what you're trying to achieve. You know, if you do HR, for example, if your unit is HR, yeah, let me use HR. Nitaanza kuongea jaba. So if you do HR, you can talk about why you found yourself doing HR. And even if the truth is it's the course your parents chose for you, you tell us it's the course my parents chose for me. How am I finding the classes so far? What am I looking forward to in terms of the HR? What in the HR industry, what am I looking forward to doing the most? Stuff like that, right? You can come back and share your stories and your experiences as a student. You know, how is it being like a student in Tuk? You know, lecturers on a strike. What am I doing with my time now? Stuff like that. These are the things that will help people connect with you. The second misconception that people usually have is that building your personal brand is self-promoting and it's bragging. First of all, yes, it is self-promoting. Ni wewe unajipigia debe because if you don't, nani atakupigia debe, honestly.
Exactly.
Also, you know, you find that the people who are the best at what they do don't even get opportunities. Ni wale wenye wanaongea sana ndio wanapata opportunities. Because you're good at what you do but umenyamaza. Sasa mtu atajuaje you're good at what you do? So first of all, yes, personal branding is self-promoting. But yes, this thing of being told to be humble, don't talk about yourself, don't talk about the good things, paka lini. In 2025, we nyamazia tu gifts zenye Mungu amekupea uone kama utaenda mahali. Literally, that's a threat. Like, start talking about what you do. Build your personal brand.
She's talking about you, Gustavo. Yes. Shout it out there. Let
But
people
I've
know.
learned so many things today. Thank you, first of all, for honoring the invite to grace our presence.
Oh, yeah.
So
Anytime.
so much knowledge, bana. Right now, naenda hii episode ikitoka chini nitakuwa nakaa tu hivi chini once in a while. Like at least twice a week hivi naenda natafuta okay hii part alisema nini. Then I try to improve myself. Yeah, so there's
Actually,
that.
I have a free resource that we could give. It's a personal branding guide. It's an ebook that I could share with your people.
Yeah, please do.
To help you just get started with this. Because I know personal branding can sound a bit intimidating, but it's just how you're able to break it down. So how do you go about identifying your story? How do you start sharing your story? Which social media platforms work for you? That kind of thing, that a guide will help. Yeah, so maybe.
Amazing. So as we wind up, I think Gustavo has already shown all the gratitude that we have for you being here on short notice, actually. Yeah, so we appreciate you so much. And before we close this thing up, I'd like you to tell our audience one bold thing that they could say it with their chest. See what I did there?
At one bold thing that they can say their chest.
That they could say it with their chest. Yes, one bold thing.
Sijaelewa hiyo swali, rudi hapo.
Okay.
I'm like
I was trying to add.
Just one, like,
I was trying to
something,
add.
a takeaway.
Yeah, you can just give it as a takeaway.
Or one big
I was just
takeaway.
trying to find a way of incorporating our event into the question. You know, say it with your chest.
So there are a few principles that I live by, but the one that's the most important that I've come to find to be true every day is that one, the world rewards the doers. You have to be opportunities just unless you come from privilege, opportunities don't just come to you. You actually have to seek them out. And I know sometimes you have this big dream and you don't know how to get there,
how to begin,
but you know at least step one. Na hiyo step one peke yake inatosha, because once you take step one, then step 2 becomes clearer, and 3 and 4,
As
right?
you go along.
So just take that first step.
All right.
That's all.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Hatuwezi
Thank
dhubutu
you as well.
kuongeza anything else.
Siwezi dhubutu.
It will be diluting whatever she has said.
Yeah.
And so you can go and check her out on all her socials.
Yes.
On LinkedIn, it's Daisy Keter.
Yes.
IG, Daisy Keter. basically
TikTok,
everywhere.
Daisy
Daisy Keter.
Keter.
Yeah,
Yes.
go check her
My
out.
website as well,
Daisy Keter.
daisyketer.com.
Yeah, she has amazing nuggets that she shares every day on her LinkedIn pages.
Yes.
Nuggets that can help you grow your personal brand
Yes.
and elevate you to levels that you thought were not possible. Yes, so
Unlock
check
your
her
potential.
out. Yes, to unlock your potential. I feel like I'm also starting to.
It's rubbing off on you.
Yes, it's rubbing off on me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a wrap.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
Asante, this has been lovely. Actually, if you've been looking to learn more about how to build your personal brand, we have an upcoming series of masterclasses from the 13th to the 31st of October. And then on the 1st of November, we will have an in-person networking event, right? So these masterclasses, we're going to talk about personal branding. We're also going to talk about image and styling, because remember, your personal brand is how people experience you both online and in person, right? So how do you dress in a way, yeah, and it applies even for men. How do you show up to spaces where people look at you and once you speak, they're like, okay, sawa, I actually trust this person, right? So you'll have a session on personal branding, on image and style, and the final one on networking. Because also, remember, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So how do you network? How do you show up to spaces with high net worth individuals and tell them, hi, I'd love to do ABCD with you, and it becomes a partnership, right? So these are the things we'll be talking about. These are 3 online sessions, and then 1 networking event. Tickets go for 4,000 bob, but we have a special discount for your audiences. So for your audiences, we had a 10%, but you guys get a 20% discount. So there's a 20% discount, but only if you come and say you're from the Real 20-somethings podcast. Yeah,
this has been lovely. And also another thing, guys, don't forget to reserve your seat for the event that's coming up next month.
I'll be there.
She'll be there. Yes, you will be there. Everyone will be there.
Yes.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye-bye.